Hi, I'm Mickey Sampson, and this is my place. Some of y'all have been out before. Welcome. We'll just show you some of the stuff we do, and if you got questions, just feel free to ask. We'll start off, I think, with the ceramic filters. They look like flower pots, right? But their uses are more than just flower pots. What it is basically you put in water in the top, and water seeps through the small pores. We impregnate the filter with silver, which is a natural biocide. And as the water flows through, it basically kills off all the bacteria, all of the pathogens, or most of the large, not pathogens, but parasites are too big to pass through the filter. About 1 out of 5 children die before the age of 5 in Cambodia. And the #1 killer of small children is diarrheal disease. Right now, we've just completed a study with the University of North Carolina. Basically, we found that families that use a filter in Cambodia are 49% less likely to suffer from diarrheal disease if they use one of our filters. We're doing low-cost latrines. We're doing improved water supply. We'll teach, this year we taught about 30,000 kids in school health and hygiene education classes using puppets, music, drama. We produce educational videos. Right now we just finished our first 10 episodes of a Sesame Street type program using puppets, music, animation. You can see our guy over here, he's our animator, but he's also our artist all together. So we're doing a bird flu thing, and he's airbrushing our truck for bird flu education. So we're very heavily involved in, usually we select about 3 villages a year. We'll spend an entire year doing door-to-door education using video, using all types of things. One reason we use videos is a recent survey of over 15,000 Cambodians. They asked, what's your #1 source of information? Where do you learn most things about health and hygiene from? 87% said television. We've known that for a while, so you'll see we do karaoke education. So we have like karaoke videos about health and hygiene, even about going to the toilet. They'll sing about everything. There's no inhibition if it's in karaoke. You can't get people to talk about some of these issues, but you put a puppet or a famous person on there singing a song about proper latrine use, and you got the village chief up there singing, even though he's terrible. It's crazy. So, we really are trying to use those types of things to hit them with messages. All right, let's see some other stuff here. So, we find that a large percentage of Cambodians have lice and/or scabies. Basically, what we're doing is we make and sell and distribute soap in the communities. We also distribute through our projects. In places that are further out, we take them, we bring in ladies, or we go out to them and we train them how to make their own soap and themselves, and then they can market it in their own village. So instead of us importing soaps, we're taking local products, local things, and empowering them to help themselves. And have you ever been around pigs at all? Yes. What do you know about them?
They stink.
Okay, what do you know about our pigs?
They don't stink.
So we're experimenting with this new technique of, we're calling it a new technique, it's new to us. We're raising pigs on beds of rice husks. Cambodians can't believe when they realize that the rice husk, there's no odor. There's no smell, and there's no flies. And it's improving their health. 79% of the children in Cambodia suffer from malnutrition to the point it impacts physical growth and mental development. Babies oftentimes don't live. They're just so tiny. They don't grow hair very often because they're just not getting enough protein. We substitute goat's milk. We give them a bottle a day or 2 bottles a day of goat's milk. Guess what happens? This baby suddenly begins to transform. It gets so much healthier. Everybody in the village is interested in goats. And so why provide them powdered milk or something they can't do? Let's provide them with goats. Some of our goats can do 4 liters of milk a day, so you know. But we're trying to cross it with local goats and get it down to 1 liter a day or less. Even a glass of milk a day will have an impact on that entire family. The youngest child is the one most prone to sickness and disease, the one the family's most likely to spend money on to get well. So if they're getting enough milk that their brain capacity increases, they're going to do better scholastically. So that single glass of milk of that youngest child will theoretically over time have an impact on that entire family. In a country like this, they've done things the same way for hundreds of years. And change is slow, but like I said, once it starts, it becomes more exponential. And I have this model, slow but permanent. We're not after some quick flash in the night that's going to come and go. It might be slow, but it's going to be permanent change. It's going to be change that lasts and stays with them. And that's really what we want to do. Okay? We've got more to see. This is our water research lab. We employ now over 20 Cambodians. We're doing research in water and water chemistry. There's a major problem with arsenic in this part of the country. It's estimated that about 1.2 million people's water supply is potentially contaminated by arsenic. In this area, all the tube wells in this area have high levels of arsenic and is slowly poisoning and killing people, basically. Creates cancers and other problems. A lot of the techniques we're developing here are extremely low cost. So what's kind of cool is equipment that costs $2,000 in the US, we're building for $20 US here in Cambodia. And we've developed new low-cost water testing techniques. And so we're hoping to share some of these things with other people. Most people think that a tube well goes 100 feet into the ground is safe to drink. We're finding that 79% of them in this area have very high levels of E. coli. But everyone has taught the Cambodians, oh, if it's from a well, it's safe to drink. We're finding it's not. And so what we're going to eventually have, and we have them already, but I don't have to show you today, is a little map that's color-coded. If it's blue, it means tube wells are good for this area. If it's red, it means open wells are good for this area. If it's green, it means you better use surface water. That means rain or rivers or streams. So basically, when you think about over 10,000 wells are going in this country each year donated by people from outside the country, and we have over 10,000 in this district which are poisoning people, people who are meaning to do good are actually killing people in this country. And so by generating this simple spatial map, you'll be able to say, I'm going to do something in this area, and what should I do? And it's, you know, it's not a mind-boggling idea, but nobody's done this anywhere we've found yet. And for very little money, we're going to be able to give very clear direction for everyone working in the country. That's pretty cool. Because when you think that thousands of dollars are being wasted on sources that are making people sick. And it's really sad because people just don't know. And it's really, the most biggest tragedy is when good people are doing something to help people and it ends up hurting people. And this whole system will allow us to get around that. So it's really pretty cool. This is a cut motorcycle tire. We cut and inverted. So all you do is turn it. It goes down on the rope. The rope seals the bottom of the tube and it lifts the water right up. So all you've got to do is just crank it like this, and people are getting large quantities of water very easily. We've made several versions of this, bicycle versions, all different types of things. The next thing I'm getting ready to do, so you know, and I've been claiming this for a long time, but I'm going to make a pedal-powered washing machine for all the poor girls in the village.
Oh, wonderful.
What? How much time do girls spend washing clothes? They can't go to school because they're out there. All the tube wells in this area have very high levels of arsenic. The shallow open wells do not. So what we've done is we've studied the aquifers and we've determined this water has lower iron, lower arsenic, lower manganese. Chemically, this water is much better for them. You link it with a ceramic filter that removes the bacteria. The NGOs have become business. And there are lots of foreigners who are coming out here and working for UN and other places who are making extraordinary salaries that are tax-free. And that's really sad because you think, oh, they've given $1 million for this project to help the poor, and $350,000 of it is going to pay salaries of the expats who are working on the project.
And buy Lexus SUVs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Small is not bad. I mean, USAID and them look down on us. Oh, you're just a little group. Well, if you look at the volume of what we do with the amount of money we get, it's huge. So much more of it is ending up to the poor, where it was meant to go. I think a lot of donors would be shocked if they knew how little money they give actually ends up to the end user and making a difference. So, money is something you all like, but that's not what it's about. And if we built this thing on money, it would collapse. It's about investing in people. And you know, a lot of people say, why do you take so many university students? I mean, we have so many university students who come out and stay with us for weeks or months or whatever. They're like, you know, these other NGOs like, how are you making money off that? I'm like, I'm not. But they're the future. If we can help shape your view, it's not only impacting Cambodia, but where are you going to go from here?
how are you going to be a, I hate to say this, globalization, a world citizen? How are you going to view things more intelligently and make a difference elsewhere? How are you going to be, when you do make money, how are you going to be smarter about how you invest it? That's going to make a difference, and that's what it's about. If it wasn't for that stuff, I'd go back to the States. I'd made a lot more money there, a lot more money. But it's about investing in people,